Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to use Pixlr. So I've just gone into pixlr.com and you want to use the X. That one's more advanced, but this one's honestly really easy to use. So as you can see, I don't even need to log in, and it's already kind of picked up on what I was doing previously. So if I want to do something new, I'm going to show you how to do double exposure. Similar to this. I'll just take that layer off and show you what I mean. So basically like this, we're going to recreate this. So we're going to load, you could open an image that you already have. So ideally you're going to do this with your own photos, but I'm going to show you just how to play around with, anything. Literally you just need the internet and you can make whatever you want. And all you really need is a little bit of saving space, but even then it seems to still be able to save a lot of stuff on Pixlr. So I just typed in spooky tree because with Year 9 photography we're going for nightmares as our topic. So imagine that you could do this with lots of things, but I'm just thinking, right, okay, some kind of creepy tree. You can do it with like maybe a deserted town and city if you're thinking of something like a zombie apocalypse. Very relevant to coronavirus, maybe, like empty spaces, empty cities, empty towns or something like that. And then to copy this I need to go right click. So I don't need to go into the actual thing, it's just this laptop is really annoying. Copy image address and then go back to Pixlr and paste that in. So Control V, load, create new. It might not ask you to do that, it's only because I was using another one before. So I've got this image up, and then I also want a picture of a person or whatever it is I'm going to be overlapping things together. So I just tapped in portrait, and be careful here because you have to pick something that's going to convey your message, and honestly it's so much better if you have your own photos, but this is just really for the purpose of showing you how to do it. And you ideally want something with a light background. This would be better maybe for that theme of nightmares, but I'm just going to go with this one because it's got a white background. It's a little bit easy to show you what I'm doing. So again, I'm going to copy image address, and then to add image you go down here, click on that little picture. It looks like there's stock images as well, so there's actually images within Pixlr that they own that you can use. So load, and it's asking me, do I want to create a new one or add to the current? I want to add to current because I want to keep it within the same file. And obviously you might find that there are different sizes, and you can make things bigger, or you can do that after. I'm going to crop everything down after once I'm happy with it. But what I want to do is I want to put this background on top, but it's not letting me, and that's because there's a little lock symbol there. So if I right click I can go unlocked, and now it allows me to move that, so you can move that to the top. And of course I'm just covering up the image below, which isn't what I want. So to get that double exposure effect, you click on these three little dots here, and then blend mode. You can give your layers names as well, so you could change that to something else if you wanted to, especially if you've got lots of layers going on. It makes it a little bit simpler if you want to have numbers, layers, or if you're doing something with a portrait you want to have eyes, nose, mouth, things all separately. But play around with these. If you've got that white background, then lighten is the best option, and it will look a little bit weird to start with, but you want that sort of, to be honest, there's not really, you don't have to do it a certain way. You can honestly do whatever you like. Actually, I think I like the soft light rather than lighten, which is what I did in the example. I'm going to try soft light this time, but I just want to pick out the features a little bit more. And also you might now be the time to decide to actually move this background around. So maybe you want the main part of the tree overlapping his face, or maybe you want some of the smaller bits like it's fading away or looks kind of veiny or something. I don't know, up to you, whatever you want to do with it. I'm just going to stick to having it about there. And of course in this using this technique, it shows up in the white of the background a little bit. whereas lighten, it doesn't at all. It just keeps the background completely light. So depends what you want to do. Actually, I will show you with lighten. So the darker features of his face aren't really showing up, and we just want to show those up a little bit to show that it actually still is a face, because otherwise it could get a little bit lost. So we're going to, now I'm still on this, technically the background layer, although it's actually the top layer at the moment. We're going to go on the cut out. I don't know why it's being weird. It was asking me to actually click on the layer. I wasn't actually clicked on it. So I'm going to use the draw cutout, and I want it to remove. So I want it to remove, basically we've got the layer on top, but we want to remove parts of that image to reveal the image below, which is his face. So remove, and then you want a soft brush. So of course you can do loads of stuff with this. So opposite of soft is that it's going to give you this really harsh line, which is good sometimes, but for what we're doing we want it to look kind of blended in. And then size, that's too big. I literally just want to go like this. So see, it's almost like I'm painting on his face, but actually I'm just removing it from the tree layer. I'm just doing little taps. I don't want it to be too much. Maybe a bit of the jawline, just to show you actually what is going on, if anything isn't clear. I could, of course, if I thought, I don't like this down here, I could remove that. And it's got this red tool so you can actually see where you're painting. So then it's only here now. And I could remove anything else I want. And if you want to go back on anything, you can just go undo. You've got different types of cutouts there. And if you wanted to go back somehow, but you couldn't do undo, you've just undone something else, you can keep certain things. So you could go back into, actually I want to keep where that was originally, or you want to go back and remove it, so you don't actually necessarily have to use undo. It's up to you. And then finally you could just crop. Of course these pictures are already edited anyway, so I don't really have to do much else with it, but you've got all these other things to edit, brightness and all this stuff. But yeah, that's how you do a simple double exposure, and actually I find it much easier than Photoshop. So have a go and make it your own, whatever your theme is within Nightmares.